Posture check, posture check. Hey friends, what's up? Welcome to a new episode of Is It My Team or Do I Suck? Today we're looking at Ahi. Ahi is a Ramattra player, Masters 5, thinks he belongs into Masters 1, so actually a pretty fair evaluation. I don't think we ever had anyone that evaluates rank that he thinks he deserves, like pretty close to what the current rank is. My aim was kind of bad as I just woke up for these games. Hopefully you can critique my VODs and provide some feedback for what I can do better. I wanted to make it to GM this summer. Console, by the way. I'm not a big tank fan, but I think if I had to play a tank, if I was forced to play any tank, for the rest of my life I would pick Ramattra. I love the hero. I think he's really fun to play. You're bad in chat, I'm bad, everyone's bad. Once you get to higher rank, you become less bad, but everyone and their mother are basically f***ed up. Ramattra is probably the best tank to punish that. You see him a ton on ladder, he's probably in the top 3 tanks right now. He's really good, he can hold his own against the Junker Queen, but let's see what you have here. Starting off defense, Blizzard World, and I can already tell that you're kind of lacking the basics a bit here. I don't know what you just did, but you can start off high ground, but then instead of backing out, you just randomly drop to low ground. Now you can still get out, you're still playing cover. Then you put the shield forward, and you just kind of run into them. And then you run in more in a 1v, like yeah, your DPS got a pick, but you just ran in 1v5. Only ruined the first point by yourself. We go again. So I can already tell you're kind of wasting your abilities for no reason. You're like in the open, you just threw out the E for no reason on top without really slowing anyone. And now you see, now you're already out of cooldowns and you have to use the Nemesis to stay alive right there. Like I know you're acting like you're the tough guy walking forward, but what's actually happening is you're getting punched and you're just using the Nemesis to stay alive. As long as you're not like block punching, you're doing it wrong. Because blocking does nothing. It doesn't give you ult charge, it doesn't deal damage to the other team, and the other team is still getting ult charge from you, right? You're just sitting like a sitting duck kinda. You come out of Nemesis, and you use that shield, which is fine. And then you are, again, using the E to slow a Doomfist. A Doomfist has 2 abilities where you can get out of your slow instantly. On their team, what I would look for is slowing the Hanzo, for example, right? Slowing the Hanzo, slowing the Soldier, or the highest value would be slowing the Mercy, because she can't fly out of the E. You want to use the E to create space. Ramattra is all about space. If you use the E for the enemy tank, it usually doesn't do much, right? He doesn't get slowed enough and you will get out of it. And now you're out of cooldowns again. And now you have to press Nemesis again defensively, right? This is not you. This is not you actually killing anyone, right? During Nemesis you want to punch the enemy, but you're just kind of using it to stay alive, and now it's just falling apart. And this is all really about your cooldown management. Yeah, this is over. So you're waiting for the regroup, which is good. Your Junker just got a kill, so you can definitely move in. That's a hack, and you move forward. This is great. Use the shield to move forward. Another not very good E. But, I mean, it did give you space to move in. Your junk is tiring behind you, so you know right now if you walk in, they have to make the choice of either shooting you or shooting your friends or your allies' junk tire. And you punish them immediately. See, first time you had space and you punish them immediately, and I don't even think you need ult here. You secure the kill, they're already down. I don't think you need to, you're full HP right now. If you just walk backwards here while blocking, I think you're fine. Ramattra ult is one of the best ults in the game, right? Can turn fights around. I've seen Ramattra turn a fight around 2v5. In this case, I don't think you needed it, but I mean, at least you clean up. Again, you're in a really forward spot. I don't know where your junk just died. Can I blame you for that junk death? I probably can. Ah, that's actually just really unlucky. You said you're on controller, right? Apex aim, dude. What the hell is this? I mean, that happens. You can still turn the fight around, though. Okay, I mean, that was a horrible Kubiko ult by your teammate. Like, through the dragon. But, I mean, you get a kill for it. Good follow-up by you. It's kind of risky to get back here, right? You have to, but you're alive now. Now is the time to back out and actually play this corner, right? If you play this corner, they cannot push the card. You can still shoot them from here, but you have cover, natural cover. Instead, you're standing in the open, and look at your positioning, right? And then you're like forced to use Nemesis, right? To back out. All you're really using Nemesis for is backing out. And when you need it now, and when you need it for the kills, you don't have it anymore, right? And now your team is falling apart. And that was all because you were out of position, right? The fight was even, but the enemy has faster respawn, you back out, and you're fine. At least you jump down, you don't feel too much ult. If you want to play Ramattra correctly, imagine you're a cat. You know how when they come in and you're like, oh, kitty cat, come here. They don't care about you. They act like they don't give a shit about you. But as soon as you ignore them, they like jump on you and they want like pets. You're not like that small kitty cat. You're like a tiger. You lurk in the shadows. And your shadows are your shield, your E, your slow, anything but your nemesis, right? You act like a cute little tiger as soon as the enemy is out of position. If they come a tiny bit too close to you, pull out your claws and you kill them. In the normal, small form, omnic form, like wannabe Zenyatta, right? You don't do anything. You don't do a lot of damage. Well, you just ran in and did nothing with it. And meanwhile, your team is getting f***ed in the back. Right, never mind, they're carrying you. Surely you win this. You throw the E on your card. The card still moves at the same speed, even if the E is on the card. And then you shield yourself. And you let your team die to a visoring soldier. No way in hell you get carried by your team. They're down 2 people and you lose. What the? At Metro, they had the best ult in the game, tactical. Shut up. And you're coming up on Ram ult, you have Valk on, and you have a tire in a second. Dude, if you place that shield properly, like maybe here on the card or here, your team probably stays alive. It's also on them for kind of running into the visoring soldier. But like you're shielding only yourself. Look at this angle. What does his shield? Like the last target the enemy soldier wants to shoot is you. And you're like, look, I'm safe behind my little shield. Meanwhile, your team's like, ah! You're the tank still, right? Like, yeah, I know you want to kill, but you want to protect your team, dude. So the funny thing is, okay, your supports die. And you shoot the Mercy? I know she's rezzing in your face, but there's no way you kill her with your little water gun. This is like literally the only gun in the game that does less damage than soldier gun somehow. Ult. Okay. That doesn't seem like a long time, but that was really long. I don't know if it would have changed anything. I mean, now you're down like everyone. That is a throw, my guy. That is a throw by you. And your team for being out of position. But if you want to carry, man, what do you say? You want to get to GM this summer? It's time to practice. Alright. You just use Nemesis again to walk faster. What the fuck am I looking? This is starting to piss me off, okay? Every time you have your E up or your shield, you use both. They do 2 different things. The shield protects you and your team, so you can move in or back. Right now you're on attack, so you want to place the shield a bit forward, so you can move in. Like, right here where the Doom is. Here. The E is to stop the enemy from pushing into you, right? So you throw it in front of them so they can't walk in without getting slowed. Or you throw it behind them or on top of them so they get slowed and they can't run away. Like, okay, the shield was fine. Even though it was too close. It was like a panic shield. But the E was like, what is that?
What is that?
It does nothing. In fact, the Doom, see, it does so little the Doom doesn't even care. He jumps into it and nothing happens. And now you're out of cooldowns again. And now you can't move in. They have high ground. They're shooting you. You're forced to shift to stay alive again, which is what we don't want. Wait, look at that! Wait, we gotta go back for this one. Look. You use the E properly. And then you get him to 1. And then you miss 2 punches. But the funny thing is, if you hit those 2 punches right there, you would have won that fight, probably, right? You would have at least killed the Hanzo. That's the first time this game you had a good E. Look, Ioni is in it for like a second, but it gives you enough space to actually move into his face and almost kill him, while he has a Mercy Pocket. That was good! There you go, and decent shield too. Gives you space, your Sombra finishes him off. Another good slow. And there you go! See how easy this game is? It's like you woke up all of a sudden. It's like free aimbot. This is like that clip on Apex where the guy goes bzzz. Bro, this is like my best tracking ever. Look at it. It locks like on, like for a second. And then, you know. So you engage this properly. All you have to do is hit one more punch on the Kiri's dead. Miss. But it's still okay right now. So you still have time here to walk high ground and keep the ult up probably. Instead you walk back into the Doom, which that's the worst choice. Like it seems like the obvious choice, but you just saw their Kiri and their Mercy on top. If they are on point, they're gonna heal the Doom and he's not gonna die. Yeah, so you can see like the enemy team is smart enough to not peek you, so you're not getting volley out of your ult. And now the fight is over. What was that? Aimbot mouth. The aimbot locked onto the flying Mercy, but your fists didn't reach far enough. And, you know, now it's over. Why Nemesis? You use Nemesis to secure kills. So you walk in and you press Nemesis to move in faster? And then you block again. You know, it doesn't really do anything. And now you walk backwards, and now you're, whoops, and now you're out of Nemesis again. You do the same thing again. Shield E does nothing. And then you almost die because you don't even use the shield. Because you should have put it more forward. It's the correct call to walk forward there. But you needed to place the shield forward first. Get the kill. Please. Nice. Auto aim kicked in right there. Okay, correct. Not correct. Why are you walking back? You walk high. You forced the Kiri out, right? She jumps down. You scared her by not hitting her. Like you missed every single bullet, but she was scared enough to run away. Then you shield, and you hit the slow. At least you deny the soldier. And this is where you can walk in and try to get the kill on a soldier, right? I know you're kind of low right now, but then the Kiri is literally on you right now. I don't know if you hear that sound. The bang! Instead of walking in, you're like, later. The Kiri has such little respect for you that she's literally like in your asshole chasing you. Look at this. What the f? If I was you, I would turn around and punch her in the face until she dies. Then take high ground, correct call, walk in. You see the soldier jump away from you like a little... He's running away. Nobody's here. You shield? And what are you? What is this slow doing? And now you have no cooldowns again. Yeah, now they run into you because you can't slow them and you have no shield. Okay, decent shield, blocks of Danzo. That was a good shield, at least. I don't know where your slow went. Did you throw another one out, or is it still the same cooldown? I can't tell anymore. Oh. This is the type of situation where you want to block, punch. So it's very simple, right? You use your mouse. Punch, block. That's it. This is a situation where you can actually die in a 1v1 and you see the soldier is not running away from you. So he's trying to kill you. So as long as he's doing that, as long as you block and punch and you keep him in range, all you're really doing during the block is giving up mobility. But the mobility doesn't matter because the soldier is clearly shooting you. He's not running. Block and punch until you see the soldier run away. But by you not blocking here, you're kind of risking a rocket maybe killing you with a burst, right? As long as the enemy is fighting you, you can use block and punch. But as soon as the enemy is running away, you just chase them. Like a tiger. It's the eye of a tiger. You almost C9'd, but your Mercy saved your ass and your team is dead. I should be a singer. I do that on my stream, by the way. If you're in for an amazing time with singing. In your submission, you say, my aim was kind of bad. I actually don't think your aim was the issue at all. I think your cooldown management was some of the worst I've ever seen. Honestly impressive that you're in Masters. You're playing without your slow. If Blizzard tomorrow removed the slow, you would be the same rank. That's actually a good thing if you think about it in the positive manner, right? Because you literally waste it every time. Use the slow to stop the enemy from pushing you if you're under pressure, or to stop the enemy from running away from you. Or throw it, if you're good, throw it directly at them to kill them, to catch up to them. Don't throw it out together with the shield. They do two different things. The shield is for you to take space or to keep your team alive or to back out. And yes, the E is also for you to take space or to back out, but it doesn't block damage for you. And you should use them separate from each other. You can start with shield first. Shield runs out, you're in trouble, you place the E in front of you so you can walk back. Or place your shield forward, run in, shield runs out, you throw the E behind them, and then you're on top of them, your nemesis, and you kill them all. I think Ramattra is a great tank to climb with, a great choice for you to actually punish worse players. But if you want to punish worse players and you want to climb and you think in elo hell, you need to play better than the enemy, right? Otherwise, you're not punishing the worst player because you're the bad player. And contest number 2 today, Ditzy Mage, also a tank player. Says he's starting out on D.Va here and then going into Ramattra, so we're gonna see some D.Va for the very first time. He is currently gold 2, and he's when we asked him about the rank he thinks he deserves, he has no clue. I'll be blunt, the first round was garbage on my part. I went D.Va on downtown since I know long-range heroes like Widowmaker and Pharah can have a field day if not contested. Downside is I haven't played her competitive in years. After that round, I went over to Ramattra for the rest of the game. I just started playing him this season, so definitely got some stuff to work on. Anyways, have fun. Okay, there's like 3 general playstyles you can pull off, okay? Diving / engaging the enemy. One is peeling for your team, and one is marking high-value enemy DPS targets, right? D.Va is really good against hit scans, but let's see what you have. Let's see what you do. So, you go in, you mark the Mercy right away, you realize she's low. And I feel like if you actually paid attention, you probably would have gotten the kill. It's great that you're already going in, marking the Echo. I actually don't know why you're... Like, I know the Mercy looks juicy, but the Echo is right in front of your face. And you still have all your cooldowns up. And you can probably start off this fight also with why, like, you know, at least matrixing and protecting your team a bit. So it's fine if you're seeing, like, people low. But if you engage like this and you don't get the kill, right, which that's a hard one to hit, to be honest, and then you don't peel for your team, see what just happened? The Echo flew into your team and just killed them because you're not peeling, right? You're just kind of, you're diving solo while letting your team die. And yes, that was on you, you just fed. Okay, you swap to Echo, so now you have Echo Mercy against Echo Mercy. You can definitely help your Echo Mercy out, like if you tag the, you know, if you mark the Echo a bit, you can definitely get free kills. But I think you're way too focused in general right now on actually DPSing, right? You're super bloodthirsty, only going for kills, but you're not using your Matrix to protect anyone. Like, you don't even know, you need to be aware of where your supports are and who needs help. You're just kind of playing like a DPS-only D.Va. Okay, on the bright side, you're at least coming up on a D.Va bomb. But I really want to see you here actually like protecting a team for a bit. And that's the first time you actually use Matrix to protect someone in a team. But you're just too focused on a single target. You're only looking at the enemy team and never at your own team. Now you might ask, why would I look at my own team? I'm a DPS, I'm a tank. You want to make sure that your team survives, right? In this case, it's fine because they're playing behind you, but you need to be aware of what could kill your teammates. Matrix is insanely good. Okay, so you mark the Cassidy, you realize he's low. You probably could have gotten the kill there if you rocketed earlier. The Genji is in blading, so right now what I would do is... What the hell am I watching? The fuck? The double kill. Easy clap. I was gonna say, the only thing you really have to do there is keeping your Genji up. You kinda over-ulted there, man. The fight was won after you Genji bladed and Valked, and then you still went ahead and Echo ulted and D.Va bombed. Yeah, you got another 2 kills, but they would have lost anyways. Good peel. That's you saved your Genji there, made sure he stays alive, and you get the kill for it. But that's great. You see them all walking right. Yeah, you can die. You can probably commit here, as long as you don't die. You stayed there for too long. You're not even using Matrix again. Like, your Matrix is like more than half full, right? You can use Matrix. But as soon as you get low, you should have already flown away here. Instead, you stick around for way too long, and you end up getting D-maxed. D.Va is a complicated character, and I'm by no means a good tank or good D.Va player. I get the ideas of D.Va, but at least you realize in your response or in your submission that it was you. Had the first 3 fights, you only really DPS'd, didn't peel at all, too focused on the enemy, not focused enough on keeping your team up. Ramattra, round 2. Fight! Serious? Starting off the same way the other Ramattra replay ended. Watching the Overwatch cinematic where they pull the Echo out of the sky. Never works. Would have looked cool though. Wasted E, it's fine. I don't know why your Mercy is so deep in. It's actually a miracle your Mercy's alive. Okay, good. It worked. The funny thing is, the first guy we watched today was Masters, and you already had a better E than he had the entire game. By blocking them off here. Good shield placement, you can just really aggressive. Good shield placement though, and good ease. See, this is how you should use it. Right now you want to stop them from coming in, right? Or when one of them overcommit, you put the E behind them, and you stop them from walking out. I don't know why again you're committing suicide. Where you can jump in on Hanzo, right? Okay, so I mean this is pretty easy now. Even it's gonna be a toughy fight. You're forcing out the supports, and you get High Noon. You might just call this a minor nitpick, but like as soon as you hear that High Noon, turn around, realize where it's coming from. You could have walked forward, but T's Mercy is not gonna kill you. So yeah, your team might still die and you might still lose the fight in the long run, but if you push in there and the Nemesis back up and you kill the supports, you could have won that. Instead you just stand there and take it up the ass. Your team is already playing, like your team in general is playing way better than theirs. See? Okay, you're trying to... I don't know what the enemy is doing. I don't know why they're all holding on point. You might think he's out of position. He's actually the only person on the other team that is in position. This is like such a basic mistake by this entire team that it hurts. Like they're just sitting on point. And if you don't understand why I'm complaining right now, then you also need to go back into primary Overwatch school. You're giving up this high ground and you're giving up this high ground. And you just lose. You're in the open, you have no cover unless these random things come up once in a while, right? But you punish her for it because she's alone, right? Easy kills, and now I think you just win the game, right? You win the fight. You did the correct thing, which is just holding the chokes, and as long as the enemy team doesn't try to swap it up, you know, you can just sit there. But on this map there's more options, so it's gonna be interesting to see what you do here, right? And if you really want to, you can also 1v1 the Ram, but this is good focus fire. And most people, honestly, I'll give you props for that a lot, but a lot of people would have just taken the easy brain dead play of like, there is a Ram in front of me, let me punch. Which is what their Ram is doing, right? He sees you and he's like, let me punch. But you understand that if you press shift here and you punch the Ram, not much is gonna happen. But you understand, if you focus the Sojourn, she's gonna die and you're probably gonna stay alive if your supports do their job. Which, it was close, and you could have used that technique with punch block again, that I mentioned last round. But that was good! And now you have the choice of if you wanna hold close, or if you want to hold where you are. Sadly, you can't mind control your teams yet. You know, I wish I could implant them and like just replace them with ChatGPT. You have to think of your teammates as like very basic AI. You have to follow them if they don't listen to you. Because if you just sit here, you're gonna let your team die. Or they should die, yeah. And yes, it's their fault for being there. But what I'm saying is you could have helped them by, you know, getting a bit closer. Instead, it's just a free fight loss. Let's go again. Your Tracer is blinking in while you're not even... Oh my god. Well, they don't even need you, apparently. Your Tracer jumps in, kills two. And then Lazy Frankie here. Let's see the blade, boys. Blizzard. What are you smoking? What the fuck is this? Look at how ridiculous this looks. It's a clearly miss, right? And then you're like, oh, I can swing. I'm not hindered, right? Usually it would show the hindered status. And you swing once. And you swing twice, and then suddenly you're hindered. Yeah, great mechanic, Blizzard. Good idea to change that. You know what happened last time you went on that left spot? Yeah, exactly. Like, your team wants to go in. You have to adapt to your team if you want to carry, right? Like, it's just like, you can't always play for yourself when you realize you have two monkeys, like Lazy Frankie and Stoopheat. I mean, his name is literally Stupid. A good one streamer. Then you gotta move in with them. They're already using High Noon, so you don't have to pop the Ramult right now. You can play it slow, and I'm pretty sure he misses the Shatter. You didn't have to Ramult right there. So right here, you slow them here. You put the slow right in front of you, and you back out. You can even give them a tick, or you can even let them capture point maybe. Your Tracer can stall, right? Instead you Ramult and then you block right away. And then you realize you have to be in line of sight, and then you die. You know, that was not very great. You did fucking amazing. But you had a pretty easy job and the enemy team was just kind of brain dead running into you. Round 1 you fed hard, and round 3 I want to say you did kind of get carried by your team there, right? It's hard for me to judge you based on this replay alone, and this is the only thing you submitted, and I appreciate you for it. But I think there's a lot of things you can improve, and you know, you said in your submission yourself, like you're all over the place, you're like jumping up and down. Really showed in this one game only too, because you were so inconsistent, right? Your D.Va is probably not as good as your Ram maybe, or maybe you just had a really bad round on D.Va, but you went from like hard feed to hard carry to like mediocre in one game. I think you work on consistency, you work on positioning. I think your ability usage was fine. Think a bit more about when you want to pop ult. Otherwise, pretty interesting game, pretty funny. And I think if you practice, you can get to Diamond eventually. Your basics are good enough to get there in the long run. Give it like 100, 200 games. If you want to climb, you gotta put in the time. It's not your team. You suck, get better. Let me know what tier you want to see next, actually. I will record a Tracer one very soon, because I've started playing more Tracer again in my own games, and I'm actually popping off. I haven't played Tracer in 3 years in a row. And now I picked up Tracer again this season because Soldier is really bad. And I'm actually really happy with the progress, so we're gonna look into more Tracer replays. I appreciate you. I feel like I don't say enough that the support you guys have shown me over the last like month, 2 months, I appreciate a ton. Like, thanks for all the new people in here. We will keep up the content. I'm super excited for season 6, and until then, we'll keep on grinding the replays. We'll also do another Unranked to GM. I'm thinking about Tracer, but either way, what I wanted to say is I appreciate you. Like, thanks for watching. It means a ton. I read almost all the comments. If you're still here, I'm in the rambling mode right now, right? It really means a lot how nice you guys are. I appreciate you. Until next time, see you guys.